Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds in the studio. It's Wednesday, and when it comes to following some rules in Major League Baseball, there are some areas that I think they are a little gray on. One area they are not gray on is PEDs, and big suspension just came down for the Braves.
This one is really hard to believe. Why? Because of the utter stupidity of the player, a veteran player, a guy who's been around for a long time, one-time star in the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Jurickson Profar of the Atlanta Braves. Now, let me explain to you a little bit about Profar. He's in his early 30s now, been around in Major League Baseball, Padres, and now the Braves. He's their hitting star. He was suspended last year for half the season, his first time. That's half the season, 80 games, no pay, of course. And when he came back, he hit 14 home runs for Atlanta. They did not win the championship, but he was there and helped spark them. They were counting on him being a big star in their lineup this year. And I notice I put it in the past tense. Because he has been, again, accused of taking performance-enhancing drugs, PED drugs. And this time, the suspension under the protocol that's been established is 1 year. He's out for 162 games. And the third time, if there is a third time, and it ever happens, sayonara.
Yeah.
You're out of baseball.
Third strike.
You are banned forever. The third strike and you're out. Okay, this time, think about this now. This guy was out half the season last year. That cost him, $4 or $5 million, somewhere around there. This time, it's going to hit the total cost of his being suspended from baseball is going to be $18 million. It's $18 million. He won't get paid, folks. Now, I don't care who you are. $18 million out of your bank account is pretty doggone good amount. And here he is, and I don't understand it because the guy's been around. Profar he's from Curacao, played for the Curacao Little League team in the World Series back in the early 2000s. And here he is doing that. I'm lost. Now, was it a mistake? Could it have been a mistake? Yeah, because he's going to appeal the sentence, but that usually doesn't go very far. And again, another mark of ignorance and by lack of intelligence.
Again, the fact that this happened last year,
I think that'd be a learning experience.
I mean, you would think. Team USA is getting closer and closer to the World Baseball Classic. We talked a little bit about it yesterday. They are finally getting a chance to play together this week.
Yeah, this is interesting because all the players on the USA team have come over from their spring training camps. Now, they've been working out, but they haven't been working out together. And yesterday, or actually Monday, I guess, was the first time they got together and worked out. And yesterday they played. This is a pretty good team that the USA has put together. Their first game in the World Baseball Classic, incidentally, is on Friday, and the USA will play Brazil, and they'll play them in Houston, Texas, where the Astros play. Anyway, yesterday they played the San Francisco Giants. All the USA team did was get 19 hits and smashed the Giants 15-1. Aaron Judge is the team captain. He had a couple of hits. Bryce Harper of Philadelphia, he had a couple of hits. The young star, and this guy's a star in the making with the Boston Red Sox, he got chosen, even though he didn't come up to the big leagues until mid-season last year. Roman Anthony, he had a 2-run homer. The pitching was, the Giants couldn't handle the pitching. 15-1, Team USA beats the San Francisco Giants. They have another game today. They'll play the Colorado Rockies. And then it's on to Houston, Texas, where they play their first game. In fact, they'll play all their pool play games in Houston. Play the Ball Club Brazil on Friday night. Then they play Great Britain. Italy is in there. Mexico is in that pool as well. And the USA has to play the top, I think it's the top 2 teams from each pool, go on to the finals round of the World Baseball Classic. It's very brief in its existence, but it'll be a lot of fun to see what happens. Anyway, 15-1 in the first game, and this is an all-star group. They're pretty doggone good.
They really are, and but again, like I said, there's some international players from Team Japan and other teams across the world that are going to probably give them some.
5 World Baseball Classics, and Japan has won 3 of them.
A lot of fun to watch. Mizzou Tigers, not the time of year you want to be showing this look, right?
They being the Tigers, were a 1.5-point underdog going into the game with Oklahoma in Soonerland down in Norman last night. My partner on the other show, Mr. Purrier, and I said, well, let's seize that one right now. Let's take Mizzou. They're playing very well. Thankfully, this old man did not. Principally, I can't afford it. But anyway, The Tigers really did not play poorly, but they were just no match for Oklahoma last night. Oklahoma, folks, shot from the field 62%. That's unheard of. 12 trays. 5 Sooners in double-figure scoring. What on earth? The final score was 80-64. Oklahoma beats Missouri. That's a tough loss for Mizzou. They allegedly are off the bubble and will make the NCAA tournament, but no. They have one game remaining, and that'll be late Saturday morning up in Columbia when they play Arkansas again. Arkansas's in the same boat. They're up and down, mostly down. And here they are going to play each other in the season finale. Anyway, 80-64, Oklahoma beats Missouri, and that's a tough loss for Mizzou.
And both Missouri State and Drury had their chances on the baseball diamond yesterday. How'd they do?
This is a day where you just have to shake your head and say, what if? Both those teams, both the Bears and the Drury Panthers, should have and could have won their games, but they did not. First of all, we'll go down to Stillwater, Oklahoma. The Bears playing Oklahoma State, and Missouri State out-hit Oklahoma State in this game 10-7. 10 hits for the Bears is what they had. They also left 8 runners, I believe it is, on base. That really hurt. Oklahoma State comes out, but they got the big hit. They had a grand slam in the 5th inning from a guy named Colin Brueggemann, and that turned out to be the difference. Oklahoma State is the winner 8-7. Bears pitchers, and they have been maligned in the early season, struck out 17 Oklahoma State Cowboys. 17 of the Oklahoma State batters went down on strikes, and still the Bears lost the game. The Missouri State team did come back, got a bases-clearing double that made the game close at 8-7, but couldn't get over the hump, and that's doggone hump. And on hump day, that's something you got to hurdle. Anyway, 8-7, Oklahoma State gets the win. They will play again later on this month in Springfield. Now, Drury had the lead over Missouri Southern down in Joplin, and a big lead. But here come the Missouri Southern Lions roaring back in the 8th inning when they scored 6 runs, and that was enough to overcome their hurdle, and Missouri Southern defeated Drury 11-9. Caleb Briggs of Drury collected 4 RBIs, but not quite enough, and the Panthers, who are playing very well, have to sustain a 9-7 loss to the Missouri Southern Lions. Still a long way to go in this season, and lots can happen. Definitely
can, but you hate to see those when you out-hit and out-pitch a team and still not get the dub, but it's baseball, man. That's the way things go. Also, speaking of baseball, not really same sport, but that's the way things go. Kyler Murray, no longer a Cardinal.
Well, yeah, that's correct. He technically still is, but it's only a technicality. This is Kyler Murray, who is the Arizona Cardinals starting quarterback, Heisman Trophy winner at Oklahoma back in 2018. He has been told by the Cardinals that he, Murray, will be released. Now, they can't do this officially until March the 11th. That's when the National Football League business year opens up, so nothing can happen before then. But just as soon as it does, then Kyler Murray will be released unless a trade can be worked out. And with Kyler Murray, I would think that's a possibility. The guy can still play. He's just not getting it done for Arizona. Anyway, he has been jettisoned. It's kind of a salary cap dump in a way because he's taking an awful lot, and the Cardinals are right there like the Chiefs. You might remember the Chiefs have done the same thing with some of their players, let them go, made them free agents prior to March the 11th. But that's the key. That's when it officially will happen. See if anybody makes a bid for Kyler Murray somewhere along the line.
There are, and I'm sure there's going to be a need for it. But, man, God, he was like on the cusp just a couple years ago of being in that top conversation. I wonder what happened. What do you think happened?
I think he's a small guy.
That's part of it.
Very, very quick. But by the same token, you can only get by with that so long. And when you don't have an O-line in front of you, somebody to help you out. And that whole Arizona Cardinals team really needs, they always have, seem to get refurbished somewhere along the line. Again, it's a mysterious organization.
Go Chiefs. We had some college basketball played yesterday. What happened on the court?
Well, we mentioned the Oklahoma-Missouri game won by Oklahoma 80-64. Illinois, which is a very good team and a sleeper in the national championship run, walloped Oregon 80-54. Oregon's having a really down year. Here's the one that, jeez, what has happened? The Kansas Jayhawks up against a very Midland Arizona State team in Tempe, lose to them, and Bill Self is ejected from the game. Arizona State 70, Kansas 60. Well, that just should not happen. This is a Kansas team that's very, very strange. They've got a lot of talent, but they're just not playing well at all. And then in one that will not necessarily fly under the radar anymore, but it is, in my opinion, a significant event. Miami of Ohio is now 30-0 on the year. 30 wins, no losses. They are the only undefeated men's team in the country. They played Toledo. They have one, they being Miami, has one more regular season game to go. Beat Toledo last night 74-72. A dandy. But now Miami of Ohio is 30-0 on the year, and there is still a lot of criticism about them. Should they be in the tournament? Should they be in the NCAA? Well, of course, they will be automatically if they win their conference tournament, but over and above all that, at 30-0, because their schedule is not very good. They played a lot of weak teams, but still, folks, I don't care who you are, you're 30-0, you're undefeated, even against Little Sisters of the Poor. That's still a pretty doggone good record.
Sure is, Ned. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and I will see you tomorrow.